I never even tried the number one. And now they have two Razer Core V2. Well, first of all, before we get this, we're going to try the number one to see how it went and how it goes and what can it do. And I know the other one has it's a different performance from this one, of course, because this one has Thunderbolt 5. The older one, maximum of a Thunderbolt 3, but you could go higher than that. But we're gonna see. Let's go ahead and review the first one first before we even get this one. Today we're going to bring a Razer Core X. This is an eGPU. It's a card reader for your, for your video cards. So if you have a Thunderbolt 3 or higher, this is the machine for you. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things because this is actually easier than the last one I got, and I got it for cheaper. This was 120 bucks. Really, believe it or not, I got it on eBay. It's $120, and it was perfect. I mean, it was one of those things that I pulled the trigger. I ended up buying it. Now I did buy it. I had to pay for the actual shipping. That was an additional $20 extra. So looking at about 140 bucks overall. But overall, this thing is a beast. Now, I like it better because it's the module itself. It's easier to actually manipulate and change. Now, the only reason I got it too, also because I'm going to put an HDMI link card that Elgato makes, and I'm going to be able to use this device for multiple cameras with a web interface, meaning that I'm going to do streaming through all these cameras through the system. So I'll be able to capture through OBS, maybe 4 or 5 cameras. You can do that at the same time. So it's a perfect thing too that you can take. Now it does take consumption a lot of power because it does require some power because of the actual video card. The highest you can go is a 3090 on this one, all right? 40, you might be pushing on the 40 series, but not the 4090 because it recommends the actual 12 volt connection. So unfortunately, you can't do certain cards, but like I said, they sell cards that don't need that much function, and these only have the 2 connections. I'm going to show you guys how to open it up and how it looks, all right? So first of all, let's spin it in the back, and you get the power cord. You get your main connection that you have your Thunderbolt 3 connected, all right? It's not a regular USB. You do need a Thunderbolt connection, all right? Or something higher than that, either that. You got your power on and off, and then to open it up, you see the little latch? You open it here, and the whole thing comes out. In fact, let me take it out sideways so you guys can see it. The shell weighs a ton, all right? So I'm not even probably gonna put the shell back, but we are gonna set up a 2080 Ti on this one. And the best thing I like about it is that if you guys can see, this is only one little screw that you have to worry about. So let's get that 2080 Ti. And of course, it's gonna fit on even with the shell on, right? So let me remove this plastic gel here. Put the card in there. It just slides in there. Make sure that you don't break it too, all right? On the last one I had, it didn't have this little latch, all right? This is the little latch that you're gonna require to actually reject the card. Well, let's see if we could do it. I'm gonna tilt it a little bit so I can see it. And once it's in there, it locks in place. Now, with that screw, because of the screw, it's much easier. And it's easier for me to set this up than the last one I had. I mean, that's why I ended up getting this one too. Now, the power supply is replaceable. So if you ever want to get the other power supplies, maybe, I don't know if it will work, to be honest with you. We would have to try it out because I do have another video card that I do want to put in, but I don't know if you could do a transfer rate on the Thunderbolt. We would have to experiment on that one, all right? But I would love to switch it out and get another power connection. And it does look like you could probably do it. I mean, that'll be for another video. We can do that. But in the meantime, let's plug this in right here. We're going to test it out to see if it runs. We're going to leave it open for now so you guys can see the moving components. Put this to the side here, and we're going to power it up too. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on first time, but we're also going to bring the screen in here. Let me bring that screen over. All right, it's popping up. There it is. It just came up right now. You guys can see it. So the whole system, it took about maybe 2 or 3 minutes before you actually were able to see it. And you can see it right there clearly. Back, let's test it out. See how well it works. We're going to actually play Apex on this one. Plug in the keyboard. And just to make sure that I'm not running the potential 1080 because I'm only running at 1080 because I'm not plugged in directly to the actual system here itself. If I want to, you could actually have multiple video cards, multiple video inputs in here that you have. So not just the ones that you have, but the ones that actually come with the video card. All right, so it took a couple of minutes because it was doing an update right now, but here we are. See if it could go into the actual game itself. We're running at, I can't even see it right here, CPU 90% right now, but I want to see the frames per second. Yeah, I can't even see it from here, but we're just going to go ahead and play it. So maybe the window will change so you guys can see how well this thing actually runs. I mean, it looks great, but you can make it a little bit better if you add more memory to your actual computer that's going to be running this thing. Um, One of the things that I find it affordable for people that, can't buy the big 4,000, 2,000, $3,000 computers. It works well. And at the same time, you could, if you are a student and you have a computer that you use primary for your scoop, but you have a Thunderbolt 3 connection or higher, this is a win-win situation. All right, so here we are. Look at it's at 75. That's not bad. 75, 74, 60 frame per second, and that's not bad. Light a little bit. Not bad, no. 66. It's really pretty good actually. I'm surprised. Where's my favorite? I'm gonna pick this one. Some bullets. Some more, get some more. And then this is the unstable gun mostly. Look at this. What's the other one I like? I like the 301. No, that's the 99. This was a 301. So we're gonna pick this one up. Pick that one up, get some ammo. This one. This one. 60, 70 frames per second. That's not bad. And this is on a Nuke Mini, all right? Good video card as it is. This card is all the card is always a solid card, so it's not bad. If you're gonna buy something like this and you're gonna put together this Razer X, actually pretty. I'm surprised it works very well. Not only works well, but it's actually built for simplicity. That's pretty much what it is. Simplicity. So if you guys are ever want to build something budgety and you kind of mess up and you buy something that it's not capable, you always buy an eGPU and play from there. Now the market's catching up. There's a lot new eGPUs that are coming out. Like I said, one was just announced that you could split two different cords into, but it's a Thunderbolt 5. This was Thunderbolt 3 and higher, so it runs really good. So if you guys are out in the market looking for something like this or a great gaming system, hope you guys enjoy this video.